Now, I'm not saying I'm tired, but I'm tired. Fundamentally tired. The lack of sleep is still ongoing, unfortunately. I've had a couple of better nights. I think I've pinpointed where the issues are coming from, which is the slightest bit of stress. And I shouldn't be stressed. I know why I am, but I shouldn't be. I should easily be able to deal with shit like this these days. But somehow I'm not. So I've got to work on that. And it's not as if I'm waking up early hours of the morning with something on my mind. There might be something there, but when I wake up, I'm not waking up in a panic like I used to do in the past, worrying about specific things, which I think is a good sign, really. As long as there's not anything dominating my thoughts, I should be alright. So I've got to find something else. I'll stop letting myself get frustrated. Been feeling frustrated again the last few days. Been watching videos and reels and things of people going for walks. And it doesn't look that difficult. And yet I know it is. For them it's easy, for me it wouldn't be. That should be straightforward, that shouldn't it? Don't get wound up. You know full well for them it's easy, for you it isn't. But no. Because it feels like, I don't know, it's not too far beyond me. I know it's beyond me, but it doesn't feel like it's too far beyond me. That make any sense? There's no way I'd be able to go and do a 4-mile hike yet. But it just feels like at some point in the not too distant future I will be able to do that. Might not be able to do 8 miles, might not be able to do scrambles, things like that, climbing up rock faces and what have you, but yeah, a few gentle walks I don't think is too far away. So I shouldn't get frustrated by it, nor should I get frustrated by music. Even music that I find frustratingly easy, I would be able to make myself with 2 hands. I shouldn't get frustrated by that. I've re-downloaded MPC beats onto my laptop. I will plug the MIDI controller in the next time I have a little bit of time away from away from work and what have you. See what happens. Nothing. Can't play keyboard. But we'll have a mess, we'll have a tinkle. Even one finger, I should be able to play stuff like that, shouldn't I? People made entire careers out of playing keyboards with one finger. I understand music. I understand chords and where they should go. It shouldn't be that bloody difficult. And also the weather hopefully will soon turn. That'll ease some of the frustration as well. Sat at my desk for work, looking out the window and it's gone dark and you can see it's windy and cold. I think I've got to get out and go for a walk. It's not really good for you, is it? Whereas when it's still light and it's a little bit warmer, sound, I don't care, I'll be out and about. But I need to sort this sleep out. It's been having an effect on me. I feel myself tired all day long. And of course, not being able to sleep at night or waking up and not being able to go back to sleep. Just seemingly wide awake. At any point during the day, I could close my eyes and go to sleep. Just not when I'm able to. You know what I mean? My alarm's not due to go off for another 3 hours. Plenty of time to catch up. No. Cannot sleep. 5 minutes before the alarm's due to go off. At that point, yes, I'm away. I was feeling sick earlier as well. Is that lack of sleep? Like I wanted to vomit or something? I didn't. But I felt a bit that way. Ah well. It'll pass. All things must pass, as George said a long time ago when he was fab, you know. I'll get there. Maybe hugs are needed. Poetry and hugs. There you go. That's a start, isn't it? I've not written anything in ages. I should write more. If for nothing else, just to take my mind off things. But then where'd you start? See, all of this, I had no problem with it back in the day. I used to sit on trains because I was going to work and back every day. I'd sit there with my little notebook and a pen and I'd write. I could write all kinds of stuff. It was never a problem. Just write a sentence that sounded interesting in my head, then work out what the rest of it is. Can't even do that now. Mind you, my brain's damaged, isn't it? I've got to remember that sometimes. Keep losing things. Or rather, not necessarily losing them, just not knowing where they are. Lost a lens earlier. Only a £500 lens, you know what I mean? Nothing spectacular. I had no idea where it was. Couldn't remember putting it down. Couldn't remember where I'd had it last. Nothing. And as normal, just during the course of my day, I will stumble upon it and I start thinking to myself, why was that there? How did that happen? So I found it, but it still annoyed me. Because it happens all the time. Just had no idea where things are. Or whether I've done something I'm supposed to do. Again, frustrating. This is part of the battle. When you're recovering from an illness or an injury, it's not just the obvious, it's not just the physical. It is the mental, it's the emotional, it's all that side of it. And it's bloody hard work at times. Loads of people have a bad memory. Again, it's not a big deal, is it? But when you've had a decent memory, then all of a sudden you can't remember anything. That's a ball ache. That starts chipping away at you. And I used to be proud of my brain. I still am. It's not as good as it was. Not as funny as I was, not as quick as I was, not as quick-witted. Not as intelligent as I was. I can't remember things as easily as I used to be able to. I'm not bad. Just nowhere near as good as I used to be. And again, that's where you're not allowed to get yourself frustrated over it. However much of my brain comes back, that's just the way things are. I can't fix it. Can't do anything with it. Can't spend a week on the sofa like you can do if you've got a sprained ankle and then all of a sudden you'll feel better. No. It has to fix itself, if it can fix itself. The only thing I can do to help it along is not drink alcohol. not head footballs. So I'm doing pretty well there, aren't I? But however much of me comes back, that's just the way it is. It's more than I had any right to. It's more than I imagined. Far more than I expected when I was in a hospital bed. So I should stop moaning. Stop moaning, Nick. Wherever you get to, you'll get to. Don't believe in fate. Don't believe it's all preordained or anything like that. Not really, anyway, but I suppose from a statistic point of view, wherever I'm destined to end up as, in terms of X amount of people make a full recovery, X amount don't, X amount have further brain injuries, X amount don't, that kind of thing. Wherever I'm sort of destined to fall in that bell curve, I will just fall into it. And be thankful I'm still here to be in that situation. Again, I don't believe in fate. But I do believe that without the stroke, I might either not be alive now, or I certainly wouldn't be a little further down the line. So if it is fate, if that does actually exist, then I've had a helping hand. And if not, which I believe, I've just turned out to be lucky. Which is a weird thing to say, isn't it? Part of your brain exploded, half your body doesn't work, and you've been lucky. Just wish the final reminder would have been a little less chaotic. But then again, if it was less chaotic, I probably wouldn't have took any notice of it, would I? If I'd have gone to the doctor and he'd have said if you carry on drinking, you'll end up having a stroke, or your liver or your kidneys will pack in, or something like that, and I'd probably gone, oh yeah, fair enough, I'll bear that in mind, and then gone to the pub. Whereas this forced me hand, really. It's weird, I'm part of a subreddit as well about stroke, and there's someone was asking about drinking and smoking after a stroke. One of the weirdest questions I've ever seen on there. He was saying that he gets a bit of joy out of drinking and smoking. He's not doing it at the moment, but would he be alright to do it? So, are you fucking stupid? Good chance you could have died. But you think, but I miss drinking, I miss smoking. Really? Really? Stupid. Given a second chance. It's not difficult either. Well, actually, it is difficult, but it's not. If you're in that situation like I was, when I got out of the hospital, I couldn't walk. You don't want to get drunk when you can't walk. You don't want to get drunk when you can barely walk. You don't want to get drunk when your brain's not working. So it sort of automatically makes you not want to drink. Then after your first couple of months, you don't miss it. So for me, that's fairly easy. You got to give yourself a little bit of time, as I think you probably have to do with a lot of addictions. So getting over the initial hurdle, once you're over it, it's a little bit easier all the time. And although I've seen alcoholics talking, saying that you never truly get over alcohol addiction, I'm not sure. Or maybe I wasn't an alcoholic. Maybe I just relied on it too much. An over-reliance rather than an addiction. Or maybe I'm just conning myself by saying that. I don't know. But I certainly don't miss it. I just see my daughter and my niece. I didn't get a hug off my daughter. There was friends there, didn't want to embarrass her. You know what it's like, don't you? You've got to be uber cool at all times. And I bought wine. Alcohol free, of course. I'm not a monster. What time are we on now? Oh. Enough time to get home, have something to eat before heading back out to pick my dad up. Thursdays are such a pain in the arse. But it's been that way for 30 odd years. So, no point moaning about it.